screens under starlight's beam. Heroes rise in this night they gleam. Pages turning as fate intertwines. Saturday night, it rewinds. Spin tales from the mind in our city's electric light is on. Heroes fight, every moment feels so right. Welcome to that weekend thrill, where stories, fashion, dreams at will. In this world we take a fight. Saturday night special, guide and light. Wonders, heroes unite. Comics and anime and brain and light. Journey through panels and vibrant screens. It's colorful tapestry.
Welcome. It's Saturday night, which means it's time for Saturday Night Special, the 6th best show on Renovision. With comments such as, for the love of God, let your friend stay where he's at. SNS, and that channel is a rest area toilet bowl, and you don't need any more stinking up the best comic YouTube show going. And this is an absolute terrible watch. Such douche chills. How about we check in with Jedi Johnson and see if he thinks the boys are ready to start the show?
But I still think we're more prepared than SNS, even with the rush who did on the show.
Well, shit, I hope you boys are ready to bring the mayhem, because an all-new episode of Saturday Night Special starts in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome. Yes, indeed, you are locked in to the best show. I'm just going to say it. Best show on Renovision. Saturday Night Special. Hope you guys are all having a great Saturday. Before we get into the show tonight, we got to kick things off with the moment of silence for the Gimp. We all lost the Gimp from Pulp Fiction.
The actual
week,
Gimp.
And we weren't here. So we all got to say a moment of silence to the Gimp.
Either you've got me confused with somebody else, or this is a joke.
Oh, no, production. That is the wrong Gimp. That is the wrong person. We're talking about Steven Hibbert, of course.
Steven Hibbert, actual Gimp. The guy who I thought was coming on to chat. He actually passed away last week, and we weren't here to commemorate it. He will never know the effect he had on this channel and all of its chat members. It's a guy who we all love, who we all miss already, and he'll never know what he meant to all of us.
Yeah, so let's have a moment of silence for Mr. Steven Hibbert, shall we?
I mean,
okay, moment over. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing tonight? Sam, how are you this week?
I'm doing pretty good this week. One Piece live action season 2 hit Netflix this week, so I've been doing very well, even though I'm in between football seasons. I was entertained by the new One Piece show, and it was very, very good. We'll talk about it very good.
Already finished it. Very good. Good stuff. It's been a week for me. Sticks is on the road, so you can expect about the same quality from Sticks as you get every week.
I am on the road. I am currently on my way back to Sticks Central.
He's driving a can.
Lawson Con in Washington, D.C.
Coming to us live from a can tied to a string.
This is your Captain Stick speaking. Well, drive safe, Sticks. Glad you're here.
I am.
Yeah, Sticks on the scene.
That's right.
What about you, Matt? How's your week?
My week has been up and down, man. Up and down. Last weekend we didn't have a show because my wife and I went to my niece's wedding. And that was a good time, and only to find out the next day that one of my friends passed away. So I went to his funeral today. So it's just been kind of a up and down week. So
sorry to hear that, bro. Anybody we know?
No.
Okay.
No. One of my West Side friends. But
sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah. We're getting to that age, where
I mean, you're in your 30s, I thought.
Oh, no. I'm about to be 41. I'm old as shit.
That's not old, bro.
Oh, fuck. We're getting to that age though where people are just gonna start dying. Bring the mood down.
Yeah. Wow.
Thanks, Kevin. Cosmic, appreciate that. Yeah, another episode of Taxi Cab Confessions with Sticks. Dude, we need to do that.
Have Sticks start
Taxi Cab Confessions with Sticks.
My buddy Brian drives Lyft, but all of his saucy rides are just him yelling at people for making a mess of his car.
Get freaking out on him and leaving him on the highway.
Yeah, he's like, I'm canceling this ride. Get out of the car.
Sticks on the road. But yeah, I mean, 41. I know people are like, that's not old, but I don't feel old. Especially after losing 200 pounds, I feel spry like a young chicken again. So
good. That's great.
That's good. Our buddies will always be here as long as we remember them. That is true. That's what they say is that no man is truly gone until the last person forgets him. So
that's actually a line from One Piece. He says, when does a man die? When he's forgotten.
That's right. So essentially doing this show, we're immortal because we'll be on YouTube till the day YouTube doesn't exist anymore. Unless we take stuff down, but All right, enough of that depressing bullshit. What's up with we got Sticks with Taxi Cab Confession. Dude, that's such a great idea. I would love to see that. I would love to see Sam do that, just to see how uncomfortable Sam got.
Yeah. You can imagine my face would just be like, oh.
It'd be like the first time Kyle showed you the Cockosaurus Rex.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly how it would go.
Yeah, don't let the old get in. That's right. As much as that arthritis tries to creep in, keep it at bay. I mean, look at Sticks. I guess he's got the secret of the fountain of the youth because he's like 200. So
yeah, just chaperoning proms.
200 and going strong.
TARDIS Confessions with Sticks. There you go.
I like it.
But so no football. You just checking out your gray beard, huh?
I was noticing that my beard is like inverse. The gray on this side is on the bottom, and the gray on this side is on the top. My facial hair is stupid.
Look at Sam go through a moral coil right here. Oh no, my grays. Oh no. All right, Sam. Well, enough of that depressing shit. What do you got to start us off with this week?
Well, I also have some good news. This is an interesting story. This is a man who started his second career at age 45. Texas fracker turned escort says repression allowed his business to flourish. Mickey, the escort, says his stint as a handyman transformed into a lucrative sex business due to the region's self-denial. I'm going to go through kind of the highlights here of this story, but a Western Texas fracker starring in a podcast about how his attempted moonlighting as a handyman turned into a lucrative sex work, largely solicited by distracted oil industry professionals' housewives, says he believes his region's repressive sexual attitudes gave his side gig an opening to flourish. Mickey said it was not until he stumbled into escorting at about age 45. He was 45 when he got this second career. He was probably noticing some grays in his beard.
And then he started slinging dick.
But then he said his client's enthusiastic remarks made him realize that he was substantially longer and girthier than the average. He had some hidden talents.
Man, I really like your snake. It's very long.
Here's
plumber's crack makes moist of me.
Here's a payment for you, and here's a little tip for your downstairs, but
emphasis on little tip.
Yeah. So how does somebody get into this line of work?
Do you think he has a top hat on it?
Turns out that he got a divorce after being married for 20 years and decided to pick up extra work as a handyman. And as he was doing this handiwork, he said, Mickey recalled that his first respondent was a woman who was a deacon at her church. She said she would like him to fix the shutters at her mansion while her husband was away on an oil rig. Shortly after he arrived, she successfully leaned in for a kiss and they had sex. She paid Mickey $200 despite his not touching a single shutter at her home and sent him on his way. Okay, so
she wanted him to clean the old meat shutters.
Yeah, he was there to fix windows, and she had a different idea. She wanted him to clean the pipes. He said his second client ostensibly summoned him for a similar small household repair, gathering that her husband likewise was away at work. She and Mickey had sex almost immediately after she answered the door in a negligee, and without prompting, she handed him exactly $200 for he assumed his performance. So he's like, okay, this second gal definitely got word from the first gal because they both paid him the exact same amount. He had lots of experiences over the course of his extra. Oh, you got something to say, Sticks?
Hey, that's good business. That's word of mouth. You know, that's only good business.
Sticks wanted to chime in there.
That's right. He said he had many experiences, but he wanted to share a little bit of wisdom. And if you want more of this, you can look it up on the podcast West Texas Handyman. But it's Mickey furthermore learned the concept of consensual non-monogamy, explaining that a number of his clients, among them regulars, weren't neglected women married to inattentive men. They were couples who hired Mickey for him to have sex with the wife with the husband's approval.
So he's at a fucking just colony of cucks is pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Their husbands sit in the corner, just fucking ring around the belly button like, I like to watch.
They can't be bothered. So of those husbands, he admitted that if he were ever to marry, he couldn't put himself in their shoes.
A colony of cucks.
He also said that those encounters bestowed him with the main lesson he hopes to offer people interested in keeping their relationships lively, and that is to seek out things together, not necessarily sexually, that are out of the norm, that give a sense of excitement without a sense of excitement being heightened, and a feeling of what's happening right now is crazy. So I thought it was a fascinating tale. Thought there's a lot of lessons we could take from this. I think the reason my career as an escort hasn't taken off is because I am not longer or girthier than average. I think I could chalk up. I mean, I've only had sex with one woman, but
you also have 7 kids. So any woman that looks at you is like, fuck, he's going to get me pregnant.
He's also virile. Yeah, for sure.
You got to stay spitting distance from any woman, because even if you whisper in their ear, they're like, fuck, I'm pregnant now.
Kevin puts a cuck chair in every house he builds in Minecraft.
Nice. You got to. Them's the rules. It's like building a room with no doors and windows in The Sims and dropping someone in it to start a fire and die. It's the rules. Dude. A cuck business. Sticks, how's your male prostitute business going?
It has its ups and its downs.
Nice.
One of the details that he mentioned is that he was able to turn in 6 figures a year having sex with women. It's like, dang, dude, how hard up are these ladies that they're gonna pay this guy? Like, you could pick up any schmo at a bar for free, and he'll give you drinks. But they wanted, like, who is this guy? Who is this guy that he's getting paid to lay pipe?
Yeah, but I mean, he's coming to their house, so word of mouth in this town spreads through the church wives. So, do you want to go to the bar and risk getting picked up by Chad Johnson or Chad Ochocinco, or do you want to just guarantee that you're going home with Ron Jeremy?
Do we have that clip?
Or John Hamm? No, I don't.
Goodness.
I don't think we have that clip anymore.
Okay, so if anybody doesn't remember, Chad Ochocinco, there's a clip of him on with Stephen Sharp. Who is the guy?
No, is it Shannon Sharp or Stephen A. Smith?
Stephen A. Smith. He's talking to Stephen A. Smith, and he says, me and a lady friend were in action, and what hurt me was she said, go deeper. But I was already all the way in.
I had run out of pee-pee.
I had run out of pee-pee.
Oh, okay. It was Shannon Sharp. All right. Club Shay Shay.
It was very funny. Very funny clip. No, it was
I already ran out of pee-pee. I was all out of pee-pee.
It wasn't Shannon Sharp. It was Stephen A. Smith.
Was it Stephen A. Smith?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a fucking lucrative business right there.
It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, but you go where your talents take you.
How do you find a whole town with a church and a congregation of just cucks?
Well, it wasn't all that, but he said it was mostly like oil industry professionals. So while a lot of them were probably churchgoers, not all of them were.
I'm raiding with my group on World of Warcraft in 10 minutes. And my wife keeps trying to fuck me. Can you just handle business and I'll see you later?
I'm really trying to get this campaign done with the boys and handle this. Can you also play catch with my kids?
Yeah. Can you just be a dad to my kids for the next 18 years and I'll just send you the check every month? No big deal.
Yeah.
I called you here to unclog my pipes, to beat my rugs.
Yeah. He's basically.
Some people just have all the luck, man.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Fucking Joe Migliano over here just having his way with all these women.
Go for it, Sticks.
Does this guy have a name for his business or anything like that? Did he say?
Mickey's Dickies.
I do know that he is no longer practicing.
Fucking quitter. Quitter.
He decided he was going to come out with this podcast and retire.
Oh, yeah, the podcast is definitely where to go. I would have suggested maybe calling his business Chub Hub or something like that.
Chub Hub.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think West Texas Handyman pretty much captures it.
I mean, DoorDash still works both ways.
You got it.
Tyson, I wouldn't mind being a fly on the wall in that confession booth.
Right, dude. Yeah, he's got a ton of stories. So if you want to check out more, check out the West Texas Handyman podcast, wherever you get your podcasts.
I mean, I think he just got a whole slew of subscribers right now.
Fascinating.
I went over to Mariel's house last week. She opened the door in a negligee and said, I really need my meat curtains dusted.
Yeah.
I was like, do you want them marinated or brined? She was like, dealer's choice. And she began to unzip my pants.
Oh, man.
I said, no, stop. I'm a virgin. What are you doing? And all I got from return was
and then she
paid
me, bought me a cab, and sent me home. It was the best day ever.
I've fondly referred to that as the call of the desperate housewife. She promptly stuck $200 in my pocket, smacked me on the ass, and said, I called you an Uber, handed me a little to-go water, and I was on my way. Pivot.
Always hydrate.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, we'll have to check out more of these escapades and bring them to you. But
I've fondly started calling the gag the the West Texas turkey call.
Oh my gosh.
Gulp, gulp as my wife walks in.
Oh man. Ed's over there sweating in the
Yeah,
corner.
you got the look
Please
from
don't
my
come here.
wife. All right.
Please don't come in here. What are you listening to? Nothing, honey. Just the old comic book boys. That doesn't sound like comic books.
Honey, come here. The fat one's talking about getting head again. Oh man. Good times. Good times.
Well, there you go. Let's get into the news.
Yeah, let's. Mine too, Ed. All right. Well, that's a great way to kick off tonight. It's going to be one of those nights, you know, you could just tell when a show starts with butt play, breathing through your butt, or West Texas Handyman. You're in for
a real treat.
Yeah. All right.
We're gonna get your around. We're gonna get you all riled up, and then make sure that we leave you with blue balls by the end.
That's a lot to live up to, Sam. All right. Well, before you take care of those partial chubs you got right now from listening to the escapades of the West Texas Handyman, Transformer star Megan Fox is seemingly confirming Poison Ivy interest after a viral photo dump.
All
Transformers
right, hang on, pause just a second. Is Megan Fox's most notable role Transformers?
Jennifer's Body? And I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you a third movie she's in.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I tried to forget about that one though because, you know, Michael Bay.
She also played like a robot in a movie, like a robot companion who turns murderous.
Okay.
Subservience is what it was called. Yeah, that's right there. Listed at the top.
I've never seen Subservience. But
anyway, there you go.
All that humping. All right. Well, Transformers and Subservient star Megan Fox has long been a fan favorite choice to play the DC's Poison Ivy. Now, the actress who recently went viral for her jaw-dropping return to Instagram appears to have confirmed that she's interested in the role. When a fan suggested that she should play Poison Ivy in a Harley Quinn team-up movie, Fox made a point of liking the comment. Since then, there's been a resurgence of interest among comic book readers in seeing what the actress would bring to the table as Pamela Isley. There's no denying that Fox looks the part, and she certainly wouldn't struggle with the effortless portraying Ivy's seductive side. While Poison Ivy is typically a Batman villain, recent years have seen her pairing up romantically with Harley Quinn. While DC Studios CEO James Gunn has brought back many DCEU actors for the DCU, he still doesn't know whether Margot Robbie will return as Harley. I think they need to recast. The actress has indicated that she might have moved on from the fan favorite villain turned anti-hero in the past. Fox has made her interest in both the Marvel and DC clear. I won't lie, I do want to find a Marvel or DC character that I've always wanted to play and do one of those, she said in a 2021 People's interview. She said, people hate on you as an actor for that because it doesn't get you any of the big awards. I don't give a fuck. Give me an MTV award. I don't need a fucking BAFTA. Later, she doubled down on that, saying, I want to grow into myself as an actor. I feel like I spent a lot of years not doing that because I sort of checked out from Hollywood. Now I'm ready to grow into myself. Jennifer Body.
I think I agree with Cosmic. Brian Austin Green's ex-wife was her most notable role.
What about the role of Machine Gun Kelly's current wife?
Oh, they broke up.
Did her and Machine Gun Kelly didn't break up, did they?
Yeah, they did.
No way.
Yeah. She turned Machine Gun Kelly gay and then left him.
Get the fuck out of here. Now you're spreading half truths, Sam.
I don't know. I only know what I read.
I gotta Google this now.
Yeah, let's see.
Tyson says great depth of field in that image.
Yeah, right. Really pops.
Pops so hard. So hard. Tyson, do a quick Google if Machine Gun Kelly's gay now.
I don't think he's gay. It's just like he sucks now.
So is this like an Alex Jones thing? The water's turning the frogs gay.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
Did Machine or what? Hold on, let's try ask this.
The claim is that they're not together anymore. Let's start there. That's my claim. The reasons are speculation, but they're definitely not together anymore.
He's never been the same. Aw. Yeah, they separated at the end of 2024 and remained broken up at the end of March, despite recently welcoming their daughter. Well, she's back on the market. Gorgeous, but complete nut job. 3 sons and all are trans. It's totally child abuse. Okay, statistically impossible, if you say so. But the water really did turn frogs gay. He's never been the same. All right. Well, general consensus is you might be onto something there, Sam.
Yeah. All right. Well, fun to look at, but don't get close.
Yeah. All right. Absolute Batman 19 variant covers fully reveal nightmare-inducing absolute Scarecrow. They were born in the frog water. Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta's Absolute Batman has been a huge win for DC Comics and collectors alike. The first prints and variant covers frequently sell for hundreds of dollars on the resale market. One of the most exciting parts of the series has been seeing how the Dark Knight's iconic Rogues gallery is reimaged. They've all received monstrous and horror-inspired makeovers, and Absolute Scarecrow is, quite appropriately, pure nightmare fuel. Snyder recently shared a sketch of the villain, but he's now showcasing in all of its terrifying glory on Absolute Superman artist Rafael Sandoval's variant cover for Absolute Batman 19. Limited to 2,000 copies from 789 Comics. There will also be a Virgin Glow-in-the-Dark edition, which is receiving a limited print run of 800 copies. Scarecrow is something very different than the other villains we've seen so far, Snyder previously said. Ivy is coming up again, which we just saw very soon, and you'll see what she has extremely powerful abilities. While she isn't exactly a monster like Mr. Freeze or Joker, where she'd be strictly terrifying, she is also kind of wondrous and dazzling while not strictly being human. Scarecrow is human. He is a man obsessed with the power of fear. He has all the gases and the things from history, all kinds of museums of fear that he loves to keep, but he's very modern. He's someone who uses fear to bring down government, to topple rulers. He likes to hire a gun, or he's like a hired gun or a shadow that moves behind the scenes. I did some reading on the history of scarecrows, and some of the originals in this originals in this ancient times contain nets that would catch birds so they could be killed, not just scare them away, but generally scare them to death. The writer continued, the scarecrow is very dark in that way, but he's a man rather than a monster.
He looks like a zombie.
Okay, Tyson's giving us all the fucking lore of MGK here.
Ugh. Dude, it's gross. That's nasty.
See you later. Hi again, Sticks. Sticks is road cam. But here's the other cover. This is the Dexter Soy variant for Absolute Batman 19. That's actually a really badass cover.
That is.
Scarecrow with the Batman axe. Batman's getting attacked by birds.
Kind of tied up.
Up next, Marvel and Sony are interested in developing a Spider-Man Wolverine movie. Spider-Man and Wolverine are two of Marvel's most popular characters and have teamed up and come to blows numerous times in the comics. Especially there's a Spider-Man Wolverine series going on right now. The heroes have yet to appear together on the big screen, but that might just change in Avengers Doomsday. Recent rumors have claimed that Doomsday brings the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine facing off before ultimately dying when the universe they're fighting in is destroyed. Apparently, they, along with every other character that's killed, will be resurrected at the end of the movie with no memory of their previous lives. Assuming the above is accurate, this would make the first time Spidey and Logan share the screen, but it may not be the last. According to My Time to Shine Hello, Marvel Studios and Sony are interested in doing a Spider-Man Wolverine movie. Jackman is expected to make a few more appearances as Wolverine in the MCU, but this rumor movie could potentially feature Tom Holland or maybe even Andrew Garfield to take on the wall crawler. Do you guys want to see a Spider-Man Wolverine team up movie?
I don't know. What's the point? What's the point of their interaction? Because I feel like we got kind of the lighthearted banter from Deadpool and Wolverine. We got him kind of taking on a younger apprentice in Logan with X-23. So what's the the meat or the juice that they're going to squeeze out of this interaction that we haven't seen already?
I mean, pretty much. I think the juice of it is going to be, if you're reading the current Spider-Man Wolverine book, there is a part in it where when Wolverine was brainwashed or didn't have any memory, he was a secret agent, and he was actually the one who killed Peter Parker's parents in a plane crash. He was the agent that was hired to kill Richard Parker, which led to his parents' death. And Peter Parker finds that out. So there could be that angle on things, which I think if they're going to go that route, it would probably make more sense for it to be Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, just because we saw that kind of play out in the Amazing Spider-Man movie. And we don't really know what happened to Peter's parents in the MCU version, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, or really even Toby's. So I think that's probably the route they would go if that's what they're going to do.
Well, the problem with using Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire for that is that we saw zero connection with those parents previously. But we did see a connection between Peter and his parents in Andrew Garfield in The Amazing Spider-Man. So I think that's the way to go. If you're going to do that with Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, I mean, does it make it more interesting for you if it's Andrew Garfield versus Tobey or Tom Holland?
Well, if that's the element or the angle that they want to take, then it is more interesting to do it that way. But if it's something about their present day kind of iterations of their characters, where Spider-Man's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, he's kind of a good-hearted kid, and he's out here trying to just keep his neighborhood safe. How does Wolverine fit into that picture? And what does the relationship kind of grow from and then grow into? We've seen Wolverine interact with people on that, like I was saying, we've seen Wolverine interact with people on that kind of scale. We haven't seen Spider-Man do that. I'm just not sure that there's a point to it yet. So I would love to see it developed.
I think if it was like post, or if it was pre-Secret Wars, it would make sense, because they're doing the whole, that's what's going on in Doomsday. They've got that whole incursion thing, so they're going to have multiple timelines, multiple Earths, multiple realities, all crashing in on one. That would make sense. Then I think post Doomsday and Secret Wars, it doesn't make sense, because I think you have to, unless you're going to say they're from the same universe, I think you just need to reboot the characters and move on, even though I know they're going to continue on with Tom Holland's Spider-Man after that, but I don't know. I would definitely hear for it, but I think at this point, fans most notably want to see Hulk and Wolverine instead of like Spider-Man and Wolverine. But what say you, Sticks? I heard you chime in.
I'm kind of with Sam. I mean, I don't think there's a real interaction except for like what you speak of with the parents. But even in the comic books, his parents end up being alive. So I don't know. I don't think there's a really good movie there, but it's an interesting movie. Depending on what they do, I guess.
I think that's like the best input Sticks has ever had in the history of this show. And it came from the road. Good job, Sticks. Great. I can see where you're coming from. But I mean, I guess maybe just being a Spider-Man mark, I'd like to see it, but that's just me. And more Spidey news. The Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer is rumored to be swinging online as soon as this coming week. Sony Pictures hasn't officially marked Spider-Man Brand New Day since shooting started in Scotland last summer. However, set photos, promo leaks, and even an incredibly blurry trailer have made sure the movie has remained in the conversation. The hope has been that Sony might officially release the trailer with either Avatar Fire and Ash or Anaconda in December, but Marvel Studios gave Avengers Doomsday a push at that time, seemed to put a halt to that. And fans have been waiting impatiently ever since. Well, we have a big update for you today. Several social media scoopers and influencers are saying that the first Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer will be released next week. Right now, the date floating around are the 17th or 18th of March, right in time for Project Hail Mary's release in theaters next Friday. This lines up with other recent rumors that Sony will be needing to choose its timing carefully. Why? Well, because at Cryptic 4K Qual is reporting that the Dune Part 3 trailer may also be coming next week. While Sony will likely show more from the movie at CinemaCon in April, it seems we won't have to wait until then for our first look. Are you excited to see the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer?
Yeah. I've liked a lot about the recent Spider-Man movies, so I'm excited about it. I didn't really like the last one as much, other than the three Spider-Men interacting with each other. That was pretty cool. I didn't like how it ended, but other than that, it's been pretty good.
You didn't like No Way Home, huh?
No, I liked most of it. I just didn't like how it ended.
What with the wish of I want everyone to forget Peter Parker.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Thought that was kind of a cop out.
They should have just went with the comic book version and made everyone forget. They should have had Mephisto in it and have him make the deal where he'll give up his relationship with MJ, Michelle Jones, Michelle Jones Watson, and yeah, that way he'll go back to pre-Secret Wars, pre-releasing his identity. Everybody, nobody remembers who he is, who Spider-Man is, and we move on from there. But Sticks needs the theme song from Doctor Who playing in the background when he talks. That'd be great. No, well, he's gonna do it now. All right, that's it for news. Now we'll hand it over to Sam to hear about even more news, but this time the news is bigger because it's big news in anime.
You know, this is something that didn't make your slides, Matt, but I think it was noted today, or was released today, that Sarah Michelle Gellar's Buffy the Vampire Slayer revival at Hulu has been canceled.
Oh, they canceled it? I didn't see that.
They're not going forward with the Buffy the Vampire Slayer revival at Hulu. So
That's
big bummer.
disappointing.
All right, let's get into my slides though.
There's a lot that didn't make my slides because a lot of it had to do with like anime stuff or some other stuff, and I was like, oh well, like the Avatar Last Airbender stuff that came out, and I was like, oh well, maybe Sam will cover it in his anime section. So I wasn't trying to step on your toes.
Oh, Avatar is all yours, by the way. You can cover that as much as you want. Kind of out of the blue, I was reading. I was highlighting this 2 weeks ago. Chainsaw Man 2 weeks ago. It was kind of reaching a climax in more ways than one. But in this week's chapter, we find out that Chainsaw Man, Denji, and Pochita got eaten by a devil, and it looks like it's going to be, or part 2 at least, of Chainsaw Man is going to be ending on March 24th. So the story says the 231st chapter of Tatsuki Fujimoto's Chainsaw Man manga revealed on Tuesday that the second part of the manga will end in the next chapter on March 24th. Anime News Network reached out to Viz Media, who stated that Shonen Jump team has confirmed that the manga is ending for good, but did not have any more details. I feel like there's a chance we get a Chainsaw Man Part 3 once Tatsuki Fujimoto has had a chance to kind of relax and maybe explore some other things. Because the story just ended very abruptly, and Denji didn't get the things that he was always seeking.
He never got laid.
He never got laid.
It's because he didn't become a West Texas handyman.
He may yet become that handyman, but I think there's still more to go, and we may see. If I were to do a part 3, it would be basically Dante's Inferno, but Denji's Inferno, where he goes into hell to rescue Chainsaw Man or rescue Pochita. But we may never know. We may never see that. So hopefully there is more that's going to come out, but that's that for now. If you want to catch up and check out the last chapter of Chainsaw Man for the foreseeable future, check it out on the Manga Plus app or the Shonen Jump app on March 24th.
So you think has hype for this died down, or you think it's just burnout?
It could be burnout. The first part of Chainsaw Man is superb. Like there's not many better. There are not many series better than the first part of Chainsaw Man. The second part of Chainsaw Man has been kind of a mess. It has been really crazy. Just the decisions going one way or the next. The antagonist or maybe the co-protagonist is a girl who's possessed by another really powerful devil, and they just never really found their footing in the second part. And I think Tatsuki Fujimoto was having trouble kind of bringing it home, and so he's just like, let's just kill it. Let's just kill it dead right before he gets what he wants. And so I feel like it was just kind of floundering. So rather than continue on a bad storyline, he just wanted to end it. But I think there's more story to tell here, and I think it would be a really cool third part would be for Denji to go into hell and set things back the way they were. So we'll see. But that's it. That's it for this slide. We'll move on to the next one. Hi Anime, which is the world's biggest piracy streaming site for anime, has been shut down. If you go to the website, it says it's time to say goodbye and thank you for a wonderful journey with great moments. That's usually how it goes. You know, these piracy sites, they'll last for a little while and then they get shut down. They get found and they get shut down. There is on Hi Anime's Discord server, there's another message though that kind of gives the opposite message. That says, "Greetings, everyone. There appears to be an issue with the website at this time. Kindly refrain from panicking or disseminating unofficial or unverified information. We will provide updates regarding the situation in due course. Rest assured, we are not going anywhere." Like Gold Roger says in One Piece, piracy is not over. So if this is where you were getting your pirated anime, I'm sorry that your access to it has been shut down temporarily, at least. But It seems like they have plans to keep the piracy going. All right, and then we'll go on to, we've got a lot of One Piece news to cover. So One Piece has now reached 600 million copies in circulation, which is the same as Superman. But Superman has had a 60-year head start. So One Piece has been around since 1998, and Superman's been around since 1938. So One Piece has caught up. So it will likely surpass Superman probably this year or next year. That's story number one. Story number two, in commemoration of the 600 million copies in circulation, the author, Eiichiro Oda, wrote down the ending to One Piece, sealed it in a tiny treasure chest, and put it in a pressurized tank that he then stuck at the bottom of the ocean as a way to say, when we get to the end, I'll draw this up. And if anyone's really interested in finding it, they can find out what the ending of One Piece is on their own. Well, prominent streamer IShowSpeed and also Mr. Beast have expressed interest in finding the One Piece, though IShowSpeed is a much bigger fan of One Piece. And he's looking for 30 to 50 crew members to man a ship to go find this hidden ending of One Piece. There is quite a lot of information online that people think they know the general area where it's at, or, they've narrowed it down to one bay near Japan or in Japan. But even knowing that, there's a lot of square mileage to search, and it would probably take over a year to find, and it would cost about $15,000 a day. So a little bit out of my price range, but it might not be out of IShowSpeed's price range. So maybe
you can't just join IShowSpeed's crew.
I'm not really experienced at sea travel. I might be good for playing Wordle on a daily basis.
You play dodgeball.
There's not a lot of dodgeball being
you
done.
were on Ninja Warrior, so you should be able to do all the things you need to do.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah,
modern technology, it's not like you have to navigate anything. You just have to be there.
Yeah. I just don't really want to know the ending of One Piece except for through the process of the story. I don't want to get advance notice of what the end is.
What if it's not really the end of One Piece? You just open it up and it's just Monkey D. Luffy flipping you the bird.
Well, that would be great. I would love if it was that. A lot of the people who there's at least 3 crews assembling. IShowSpeed is one, but there's 2 others. Mr. Beast might have a 4th, but there's 2 other crews that are assembling. 2 of the crews have said that if they find it, their plan is to destroy it and not reveal what the ending is and not even read it because they can't read Japanese anyway. So their plan is to destroy this information before it's let out, which is something that Luffy, the main character of One Piece, did in a movie where there was a shortcut to the last island. He destroyed the shortcut so that nobody could use it and spoil his fun. So it seems like that's kind of the way that this is leaning anyway. And then the last little story is that One Piece live action season 2 is now streaming on Netflix. I've watched the 8-episode season twice, and I've also watched the 6-episode podcast about season 2. There's a lot of content available. I thought the quality of this season was even better than the last one. The last one, I think I gave it 3.5, maybe 4 stars. And this one I would give 4.5 stars. It's very, very good. If you haven't given it a try, I would encourage you to give it a try. And maybe you'll like it as much as I do, maybe more. But that's it for this slide. I
loved it. I never got into the One Piece anime just because I feel like it passed me by. And now if I started from episode 1, it would take me so long to catch up. But I love the live action. I've just kind of decided I'm going to try to enjoy it through the live action instead of trying to watch the anime too. But I even messaged Sam. I was like, how is it that Marvel has such a hard time nailing their special effects, and yet Netflix is doing it with the One Piece live action? Like, his stretching looks so good compared to even the way they made Reed Richards look in the Fantastic Four movie. Like Luffy's stretching looks so good. The CGI looks so good. I mean, like I said, there's only one character whose prosthetics I really had a problem with. And I was like, all right. It's just weird when he talks.
Yeah.
But when he actually like showed his devil fruit ability, it was cool. But
there's this one sequence with a character called Smoker who has the ability to kind of turn into smoke himself. And while Luffy's fighting with him, you see all this like smoke billowing out of his body, and it just looks fantastic. It looks so good. But the Netflix acquired a German special effects company. So I think that's who's doing their effects. But it's a very high quality production.
Disney Marvel should pick their brain, because
for sure. If you want to advance to the next slide, there are a lot of Easter eggs in the One Piece season 2 that's giving stuff to new audiences that we as longtime, day ones had to wait decades to get. So first up, in the very first episode, there's a scene of Monkey D. Garp and Gold Roger talking about Gold Roger calls Garp the hero of God Valley. And that's an important event that we just now finished. And I talked about it a lot on the podcast, but we just now saw it. And they didn't mention it until 15 years into the manga. But it turned out to be a very influential moment in the timeline of One Piece. They also showed in that first episode a character that we won't see. Well, actually, two characters we won't see for a long time in action. One of them's name is Bartolomeo, and he served as kind of a guide to Loketown in the first episode. But he also only appears in the manga and anime like 600 chapters in. So he's a character that comes way later. And then they kind of retcon and say, yeah, he was actually in Loketown to begin with when Luffy was there. And so they decided to write him into the live action. And it worked. But then you also have this other character, Sabo, and Sabo's importance I won't mention, but Sabo also shows up in that same story arc about 600 or 700 chapters in. And he has his own really important role to play. And then we have these statues that you see during the fourth episode on Little Garden. Little Garden is an island that's inhabited by two giants. And the giants are pictured here. One of the giants is pictured here in the middle. That's Brogy, the red ogre. And then there's these two other figures. One of them's holding a flower, and he has kind of a weird face. And the other one's holding a sword, and he has also kind of a weird haircut. The one holding the flower in the foreground is Loki, the Prince of Elbaf. The Elbaf giants are based on Vikings and Norse mythology. And the Prince of the Giants is called Loki. The one in the back is what we think is the sun god Nika, which is a very important figure in the history of the world of One Piece that we'll probably get more familiar with as the story goes on. But they say a little. He's also a deity for the giants of Elbaf, and they say a little prayer to the sun god Nika before they do their battle, which again is something we didn't get in the manga until almost 900 or 1,000 chapters in. And so if you're new to One Piece, like, you can catch up real quick. There's lots of ways you can catch up, and the live action is a good way to do that. But it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy them dropping these little Easter eggs for stuff that's going to come in way later on in the story.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talking about how that's one of the cool things about the live action is that the writers of live action know what's going to happen. So where they've had to kind of retcon parts of the manga and go back and be like, no, this person was here in dialogue, or refer to them in dialogue, they can actually show it in the show because they know where they're going in the manga.
Yeah.
But
so
I got to ask though, the Doctor.
Yeah.
Do you think, because there was They were talking about Jamie Lee Curtis playing her, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that Kate Siegel did a good job, or would you like to have seen what Jamie Lee Curtis would have done?
I thought Katie Seagal did a great job. I thought she was fantastic as Dr. Kreha. There was one moment which wasn't part of the manga. You know, they took some liberties with the show, and I thought most of them were fantastic additions to the show. And as you watch the episode, you understand why she had to do what she did. But in the original source material, she doesn't run from a fight. She's tough as nails. She doesn't take bullshit from anybody. And so in a certain scene in the live action, when the villain shows up, she hightails it out of there. But in the story or in the live action, there's a reason why she has to leave. She has to find somebody who's in trouble and then help them. But I thought that was a good way to do it. You know, they made it seem like it was consistent with her live action character. For me, so I thought she did a great job. To answer your question, I thought she did a great job. I don't know that Katie or that Jamie Lee Curtis would have done it any better. I don't think she would have done it any worse. I have been seeing like a lot of Jamie Lee Curtis thirst trap posts on Instagram where like she's promoting her stuff and she's showing like cleavage and her senior body, but you know, she still looks good. So, you know, maybe that would have been kind of along those same lines, but I don't think that that the show is any worse for Katie Seagal being in it. One of the other elements, though, that I wanted to highlight is in the manga, in season 1, we see Zoro get beaten by Mihawk in a sword duel. And in season 2, they kind of add this element where Zoro's being haunted by his mental image of Mihawk. And anytime that someone challenges him to a sword fight or any kind of fight, he's got Mihawk kind of chirping in his ear like a conscience, telling him he's got to do more, he's got to push harder. And that was something that's not part of the manga, but I thought was a fantastic addition to the live action because it keeps that drive, that ambition right at the forefront of your mind. Another addition that they did is they talked about Sanji's backstory, which is something we didn't get until chapter like 9 or like 1,000. So it's like really maybe 900. It's like 900. It's like really elite ball knowledge for Sanji's backstory, but they're just giving that to you guys. Like it's so kind to get you guys caught up with all the secrets that we had to wait 25 years for. So I really hope everybody watches this show. I think it's great. As far as anime adaptations go, to me, this is the best that there's ever been.
It's interesting too that they're already like laying the groundwork and giving you hints to Monkey D's Luffy's relationship or how he connects to Gold Roger a little bit.
Yeah, okay. So I don't want to spoil how that all adds up, but there is the scene in episode 1, you have Gold Roger asking Garp to look after his son. And then it immediately cuts to Monkey D. Luffy. That is an interesting connection. And so that's all I'll say. It's an interesting connection. I hope that they show how they develop that very quickly. Season 3 is already in production. They've already been filming for a long time. They might even be done filming with season 3. So hopefully we get that soon. It took 2.5 years for us to get from season 1 to season 2. Hopefully they just roll that production right around so we get it next year rather than in 2.5 years. And then they roll right into season 4 because there's some really, really good stuff coming up. And I would love for us all to be on the same page.
Because they make reference to it twice in season 2. At the very beginning with Smoker because of Luffy's laugh. Mm-hmm. And then the Doctor makes reference to it in like the closing scenes of the last episode of season 2.
Yes.
So
yes, they do have a connection. It is different than what you might think.
Yeah. I know that. But,
all right, and then there is one more slide. Oh, dang, my images didn't print. But this is the end of this is the end of the second to last Chainsaw Man chapter. You have Pochita, who's the little chainsaw puppy, talking to Denji, and he says, Denji, looks like we got eaten by a devil. And Denji's like, dang, I was just about to have sex. And then Pochita's like, but Denji, you really didn't want to have sex. You're really the kind of guy who flourishes the most when you're suffering. You feel you're happiest when you're in hell. And that's why I think it'd be really, really interesting to see Denji actually go into hell. And then in the other frame that didn't make it into the slideshow for whatever reason, Pochita eats his own heart, which is how Chainsaw Man has the ability that if he eats a devil, that the devil and everything that is associated with that devil doesn't exist anymore. So if there's a scene where he eats the ear devil and then ears disappear all over the world. The ears are just gone. And so he eats the chainsaw, he eats his self, eats his own heart. And so chainsaws disappear from the world.
What if now that's the catch is that the third volume is going to be where he gets a new power and they can't call it Chainsaw Man anymore because he doesn't have the chainsaws anymore. But they call it like a broad axe man or hair dryer man.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of ways they could go with it, but I think above all, he needs to go into hell and save Pochita so that they can live out their dreams. Anyway, so we're looking at the end of Chainsaw Man for the foreseeable future in about 10 days. So kind of bummed. But yeah.
That's quite a talent if you can eat yourself.
Sure is. All right, then guess what? I got to play dodgeball with Fidel this week. We finally got to play dodgeball. We played last week too.
Look at that farmer's tan he's rocking there.
And he was a lot of fun. He's headed back to San Diego this week. So we're wishing him all the luck in the world. Want to make sure that he stays safe wherever he's at because things are kind of crazy right now and soldiers are dying. Unfortunately, we pray for our military service members that they stay safe out there because this is crazy conflict and crazy time. So anyway, lots of love to Fidel. Thank you so much for your service out there, buddy. Stay safe.
The legend continues.
And then I do have some highlights from last couple weeks. First one.
Tyson wants to know if he's got a new wife yet.
He is currently still single, both in reality and in his mind. All right. So this one actually lit up on Instagram. It's got over almost, I want to say 120,000 views. So it did pretty well. It's me and a new guy. And he took out my son. He took out Fidel. And I took him out with a throw I call the double blocker because you have to block it twice because it has a forward spin on the ball. So when it hits the first block, it still keeps rolling up the ball and bumps into his arm. So boop, right there. You got to block it twice. Then, that's it for this one. We got another one, which is my son, Thaddeus. He's getting warmed up, getting ready for our tournament in Italy this summer. And he's getting really good at dodging. He's got those knee pads because we're playing on carpet, and it's really tough on your knees if you're sliding on the carpet. And he also does a really good job of peacocking after he does something good. So he's lots of fun to get on camera. But yeah, I'm really excited. how our team's shaping up.
The Rob Gronkowski spike right there at the end.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah, he's really thrilled. Anyway, so that's it for dodgeball.
Nice. Good stuff. All right. That's going to take us right into mega character matchup. And this week's matchup is Black Bolt versus Rogue.
Okay.
And you tell us a little bit about Rogue.
All right. All right. Intelligence, 65 out of 100. She's a tactical and experienced fighter, not a scientist, but highly adaptable. Her base strength is only 30 out of 100. She's peak human when not powered up, but her absorb strength can be up to 90 out of 100. She can reach class 50 to 100 depending on who she touches. Her base speed is human level, 30 out of 100. When absorbing other abilities, she can reach as high as 85 out of 100. She can reach superhuman or flight speed depending on the absorbed powers that she gets. Her base durability is regular human level at 35 out of 100. Her absorb durability can become bulletproof or near invulnerable at 90 out of 100. Her energy projection is 10, which is very low. She has no natural energy ability, but she can temporarily gain it from others. She has an 80 out of 100 combat skill. She's a veteran X-Man trained by Wolverine, Gambit, and others. Her stamina is 75 out of 100. She has high endurance even without powers. Her agility is 70 out of 100. Acrobat level, even better when powered up. Reflexes are 70 out of 100, enhanced when through training, can spike even higher when with absorbed powers. But her power absorption is her mutant factor, and it's 100 out of 100. It's her signature ability. She steals powers when she touches somebody, including memories and skills. Her control over her absorption is only 60 out of 100. It's improved over the years, but still volatile under stress.
Very nice.
All right. And then we'll review Black Bolt. 85 out of 100 for intelligence, 90 out of 100 for strength. Speed is 80 out of 100. Durability is 95 out of 100. Energy projection is 100 out of 100. His combat skill is 70. Stamina is 95. Agility is 70. Reflexes are 85. Cosmic awareness is 80. And electron manipulation is 95. And his voice destructive potential is 100 out of 100. So this is like a race to touch his face. Let's see how it goes. All right, here's our setting. At a shield black site in the Nevada desert, Black Bolt has been captured by a rogue faction using exotic tech that disrupts his electron control. Sounds like when he was fighting with Kraven. Rogue and a small X-Men team are sent to extract him. When they arrive, the base is already in ruins. But Black Bolt is free, and he thinks they are the ones who imprisoned him. Rogue steps forward, hands raised. Sugar, I don't want to fight you. Black Bolt's eyes glow with restrained power. He doesn't attack, but he doesn't trust her either. A sandstorm begins to form around them from the sheer energy radiating off his body. In round one, Rogue knows she can't let him speak. She blitzes forward, using her flight and agility to close the distance before he can react. Black Bolt counters with a silent electron burst, a concussive wave that hits like a freight train. Rogue is hurled across the sand, skidding through the dunes. She gets up, coughing, bruised, but determined. She rushes again. This time, she weaves through the electron blast, taking hits but pushing through. She grabs his wrist. The world goes white. Rogue absorbs his strength, his electron manipulation, his flight, his cosmic awareness, and the terrifying potential of his voice. Black Bolt collapses to one knee, weakened but conscious. Rogue staggers, overwhelmed by the tidal wave of power. Her heartbeat sounds like thunder in her own ears. Her throat vibrates with energy she can barely contain. She whispers, terrified, "Don't make me talk." Black Bolt's powers are tied to discipline, meditation, and emotional stillness. Rogue has none of that. A tiny involuntary gasp escapes her. The desert floor detonates. A crater forms beneath her feet. Shockwaves ripple outward, shattering rock formations miles away. Rogue clamps her hands over her own mouth, horrified. Black Bolt rises, weakened but resolute. He knows she's seconds away from a catastrophic release.
Yeah, she is.
Black Bolt uses the last of his strength to unleash a precise electron pulse, aimed not at Rogue, but at the unstable energy inside her. It hits her like a star going supernova. Rogue is blasted backward, carving a trench through the desert. The absorbed powers burn out violently. Her voice normalizes. Her strength fades. She collapses, unconscious but alive. Black Bolt stands over her, exhausted, breathing hard, but victorious. He places a hand gently on her shoulder, a silent apology. Black Bolt wins decisively. Why he wins? Because Rogue can absorb his powers, but she cannot control them. His abilities require cosmic level discipline. Rogue's emotional volatility makes them unstable. Black Bolt can neutralize her with precision and electron manipulation without killing her. Rogue's durability, even boosted, cannot withstand a focused cosmic discharge. What Rogue accomplishes, though, is she forces Black Bolt to fight carefully, briefly becomes one of the most dangerous beings on Earth, and survives, absorbing a power that would kill almost anyone else. So there you go, our winner.
Black Bolt.
Black Bolt.
Still holding on strong. Let's see who Black Bolt is going to go up against next week.
It is
Scarlet Witch. Did we do Scarlet Witch yet?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, Scarlet Witch it'll be next week. Find out. Tune in. See, can Black Bolt reign supreme or will Scarlet Witch? I got nothing. Take him down. I don't know. I got no rhyme there. Next up, we got best and worst covers of the week. Kicking us off for the worst cover of the week spot, we have this cover F1 and 50, Weather Del Edra variant on Exquisite Corpses.
Boy, it looks like trash.
Yes, it does. This looks like a like cave painting. And a 1 in 50 at that. Are you going to pay ratio prices for this cover? My spidey senses tell me no. You're not. My spidey senses be a tingling that you're not going to do that.
I'm not going to do that.
Next we have this cover B, Stephanie Bryan variant on New Titans 33. Everything looks good except for Nightwing's face. Nightwing looks like Sean Penn as Nightwing.
Nobody wants to look like Sean Penn.
Nobody
wants Nightwing to look like Sean Penn.
That's really the only reason I put it on the worst cover, because there's not a lot of bad covers this week. But like when I looked at this cover, I was like, oh damn, Sean Penn face, that sucks. But I mean, when you're looking at someone as sexy and seductive as Starfire, how are you going to just have a sad look up on that face?
Well, I don't know the context of this bird circle, this burning bird circle, but it doesn't seem like a sad occasion.
No, it seems like they're about to get it on.
Yeah, this tunnel of fire and birds seems like a metaphor for West Texas handyman.
Tyson says her feet are bigger than her head. Yeah.
She's growing into them. She'll grow into them. They're still Teen Titans.
Next, we have this Moon Knight, Car Andrews variant. I don't think we need nips like that on a comic book.
It is a little nip forward. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, why is he like thrusting forward to like stick his nips in Moon Knight's face? It's like the three faces of Moon Knight, and one's just like massive nip man. His nips are so strong, it's ripped holes in his mask. Look at those muscles on his arm. Look at these biceps too. You might want to go get. He's got like Scott Steiner biceps. Ridiculous.
Pretty big muscles.
Then we got this Arthur Adams X-Men of Apocalypse cover.
That's like a Frank Miller homage.
Yes, it is very Frank Miller-esque. I think it bothers me like how cartoonishly big Wolverine's hands are and how small his claws are.
I I feel like he might be missing one hand in this particular.
Well, yeah, he is. He loses a hand in the Age of Apocalypse stuff, but like he looks way shorter than he should be. Like, look at the massive size of it, his arms and his leg. Like, it just, I don't know. To me, like the cartoony proportions on this cover just really don't do it for me. And it's sad because Art Adams is usually pretty darn good, but
the tiny Wolverine.
Not a fan of like the comedically oversized hand and how short the claws are.
They have to fit in his forearm. Otherwise, they'll be poking out the back of his elbow.
Cosmic says it is off, but I get all Art Adams covers. And that hand is kind of wonky back there too. But that's it for the worst covers. Now we're moving on to the best covers. We got this cover D, Lashley Larynx Lee Women's History Month variant on Titans 33 of Raven.
Nice.
Love me some Raven. Then we got this cover C Stanley Art Germ Lou variant on Batwoman #1. There's a couple of different good Batwoman covers coming out this week on this new DC Next Level relaunch of Batwoman. Then we have this cover C Kyung Amon variant for Lobo. I think there's also a Lee Bermejo Lobo cover coming out this week, but this is just a really good Lobo cover.
Very cool.
Although I feel like his like chain and sickle should be a lot bigger, but still really good.
This is not Jason Momoa as Lobo. This is Henry Cavill as Lobo.
Yeah. Cool cover.
Jacked.
We got this cover C Fabrizio De Tomaso variant on the Flash 13. You picked up that Lobo cover, Tyson, or did you pick up a different one? So that's a good cover there on Absolute Flash 13. Then we got this cover C Camel Mon variant on Deathstroke the Terminator #1.
Ooh,
super cool Deathstroke cover. See you later, Sticks.
Sticks had to pop out to go buy these covers.
Yeah, I did. Then we got this Ario Anadoni variant on Black Panther Intergalactic #1. I just think the use of color in this cover is really spectacular.
Yeah. It's like the end of Doctor Strange where he's fighting Dormammu.
This is what I picture goes on in Hartman's head on a daily basis.
Just LSD visions all the time.
Yep, just colorful chaos. Have a good night, Sticks. We got this Wonder 100 Alex Melville version variant on oh my god,
Warlock.
No, yeah, in the Void, Sentry in the Void.
Oh, Sentry in the Void. Okay.
Really cool there.
Very cool.
Then we got this Doom homage variant by Swarzum on the Infernal Hulk. It does kind of look like Jim Morrison a little bit, doesn't it, Sirth? Holding a Doombot head or Doom's mask there on Infernal Hulk.
Very cool.
Lee Bermejo Amazing Visions connecting variant on the Amazing Spider-Man #24, the fourth part of this Death Spiral storyline that's actually been really, really good. If you're not reading this, I've enjoyed the first 3 issues, even though we're 3 issues into this crossover and there's still a lot of setup going on. It's been really, really, really good. Yeah, that Hulk is really good. And then we got this cover D stealth variant on Exquisite Corpses. Beautiful piece there. And then we got this George Farnes Nightwing, and I put this one on here not only just because I think it's a cool Nightwing cover, but it's cool that you're getting a George Farns on an A cover and not a variant for once. Doesn't happen that often. And then we got this Alex Maliva variant on Sorcerer Supreme. I think this is number 3. Scarlet the Witch looking absolutely fantastic there. And then with the homage cover of the week, that's cover C, Caitlin Yersey variant on Dead Teenagers. Look, if you guys have been following comics the last couple of weeks, you absolutely know that there's one independent book every week that is just absolutely lighting up the secondary market. This week it was Tigress Island. Last week it was Nectar and Narco. The week before, a few weeks before that, it was also 51. And then it was also Dork. So you're getting all of these like indie books for some reason that are just absolutely blowing up the secondary market before they even hit store shelves. This is going to be that this week. So if you can, get your hands on Dead Teenagers when you go into your LCS or call your LCS in advance, because this is the book that's going to be blowing up. I think it's already started.
Pretty Woman homage.
I mean, any cover really. I just like the Pretty Woman homage. I think it's a really good homage. But let me see what this is doing on
what issue? What issue is this?
Issue 1. This is issue 1. Tyson says, I'm not playing that game with new books. Hey, man, issue 1s are already sold out, going from anywhere from $15 to $20 on eBay right now. There's a 1 in 20 that's going for $50. This cover right here, the Pretty Woman homage, is going for $15. So this book is already popping off. So there you go. If you want to play that game of get the new hotness every week in that FOMO, yeah, I've avoided most of the FOMO. I mean, it's understandable. It's hard though, because they're really good books. Like Nectar and Narco are both really good books. Like I really enjoyed both of those books. Dork has been really, really fun too. I don't know about Dead Teenagers. Tigress Island was kind of a letdown to me. It was kind of give me a lot of like Epstein vibes to it with the story. It's a story of women who are basically go to this island and become forced to become sex workers, and it's like really bloody and gory and stuff. And it's like this has got a real Epstein Island-esque feel to me. So it is what it is. But this is the one that's blowing up right now, Dead Teenagers, for this week. So there's a little tea for you, and I can't say you don't ever learn something on this show. But
well, thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, absolutely. And that brings me to my first appearances this week. And of course, in Absolute Batman number 9, we got 18, number 9. 18, we got the first full introduction of this universe's Court of Owls. They are vastly different from the Court of Owls we have come to know as they are more freedom fighter-esque in this book than underground society that we've come to know in the New 52 and main DC continuity. And we learned that Martha Wayne is actually one of their talents. So big changes in this Court of Owls, and hopefully we get more about them as we move on to the next couple of issues.
Very cool.
Oh, I didn't know that. Dork is the same person doing the art on the Dungeon Crawler Carl webtoon. Yeah. God, I can't even think of his name right now. But yeah, people pray. Yeah, they are going to be mad when some of them start coming back to Earth. But that's can be said with any book that blows up. There's that. Then we get on the Imperial Guardians number 1. We got the first team of the appearance of the Imperial Guardians. Oh my God, I can't talk. We got Gamora, Captain Marvel, Amadeus Cho, Darkhawk, Cosmic Ghost Rider. Brett Bean, thank you. Yes, thank you.
Brett
So
Bean.
I didn't show an additional picture there because they're all on the cover of the book. So there's that. And then we got our Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutants. You got a couple of first appearances there. You got the first appearance in continuity. I know it's not her first appearance technically, but it's her first appearance in the main Marvel timeline of Galactica, the daughter of Galactus. And then we also got our first appearance of Bogey and Iwin, and I don't even know how to pronounce that last one, because a trio of immortals who seek to free their master. So there you got Galactica in a tube there, upside down, and then the other three are right here. So there's that if you're looking for first appearances this week. And then also in X-Men United #1, you get the first appearance of Miriam LaChance. Here it appears to be a new mutant. There she is right there. So there's
Does she have a tail, or is that a tentacle?
It looks like a tentacle. So if you were looking for first appearances, there you go there. For my comic book picks of the week, I just want to plug my own show. Make sure to check out my show I drop every Friday called This Past Wednesday, where I review every book I picked up this week. A short little review, and then I give kind of just a highlight of it here. So first up for me this week was Transformers number 30. This is kind of a battle for control of the Autobots between Optimus Prime and Elita 1. You got a lot of ideological clashes between Optimus Prime and Elita 1 in this issue. They add real emotional weight to the episode, or issue, I should say, and that it's kind of interesting how to really see how fractured the Autobots really are as a unit in this series. Dan Moore's art on this book is absolutely killer still. It does have some things I didn't like about it, though. For a big final issue, I feel like the issue focuses more on eternal conflicts and massive battles and action. And it does really require that the reader be up, I feel at least, to be up on what's going on in Transformers. It's not an issue that you can just pick off the shelf. It requires you to really be up on things, at least the last couple issues. Next, we got Turtles number 16. This has still been a strong book. I was really worried that when Gene Luen Yang and Freddie E. Williams, the second or third, I can't remember if it was the second or third, but Freddie E. Williams took over this book, that it was going to drop in quality, because Jason Aaron's and Juan Ferreira were doing absolutely killer on this book. But I love kind of this story. So what it is Splinter's brought back to life. Spoiler alert. And he's this Umagi whose mission is, he's trying to, basically it struggles with the conflict of, can you punish someone for committing a crime they haven't committed already? Because it's Splinter as a Sugami going through and trying to take out people responsible for killing the turtles in the future. And so it kind of focuses on threads of The Last Ronin a little bit, pulls at that, especially in this issue. Like, it's Michelangelo plays a big part in this issue, a very serious Michelangelo. He's not usually, you're used to seeing him as that comic relief, and you don't really see him like that in this issue. He's more serious as they try to stop Splinter from killing Casey Jones, because apparently Casey Jones is responsible for one of their deaths in the future. So that's kind of what this has been focusing on. And it's been really, really interesting so far. Just kind of seeing the change in ideology from Splinter now that he's back. So it's been a lot of fun if you're into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. By the way, I mean, if you are, they re-released Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze in theaters for 2 weeks for the 30th anniversary. My wife and I went and saw it last night. She surprised me. It's a lot of fun seeing that movie's just as cheesy as I remember, but it's still a lot of fun seeing it on the big screen. So definitely check that out too if you haven't yet. Then we had, did I go the wrong way? Yeah. Oh, okay. Then Absolute Batman 18. This one was a lot of fun. I go back to the Absolute Batman stuff, what I was talking about, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, that I love Absolute Batman, what Scott Snyder is doing in Absolute Batman. I love the direction he's taking this new Absolute Court of Owls. I love the idea behind this new Absolute Poison Ivy and this whole world. I struggle with how much time we actually get with the rogues in this issue, or in the series, even because what we got, the most time we've gotten with villains is Bane and Black Mask. And really, I mean, I would count Joker because he's still around, but not really, because you got the two tie-ins, really, what, 13, and then maybe it wasn't, I can't remember if it was 13 or 16, but you got the one issue that was focused on him, his origin, and then the like annual that was focused on his origin as well. But you only got 2 issues for Freeze. You only got 2 issues for Ivy. You got 2 issues for, I'm trying to remember who else, Joker, I guess. But yeah, we're not getting a lot of time to really dive into these other rogues. And I do think it's interesting, the twist. My big knock on this issue is just kind of how it ends abruptly, I feel like. But it sounds like we're only going to get 2 issues of Scarecrow. So I don't know. It's fun, but it does kind of irk me that we're not getting enough time to flesh out these villains and really see what these villains are all about. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. I just want more time in this universe, I guess, especially knowing that it could end at issue 40. So, yeah. And then we got Venom 255. This is the continuation, like I said, part 3 of that Death Spiral storyline, which if you're not reading that, I suggest you should. Basically, there's this murderous symbiote called Torment going around killing people, family members, distant family members of Peter Parker and Eddie Brock, and making his way through their family, and they're trying to figure out who it is. I have a feeling I already know who it is. I think I said it a few weeks ago of who I think it is. But it's been a lot of fun. It's really good Spider-Man story arc event, I should say. I'm just afraid. I'm afraid with this too, we're 3 parts into this already, and it's still doing a lot of setup. It went from 9 issues to 10. The 10th issue is going to be Torment's origin story. What do you mean, Eddie Jr.? Kevin, but the 10th issue is Torment origin story. So really the event is 9 issues, with that 10th issue being the origin story. And we're already 3 issues in, and it's just been nothing but setup. So I'm kind of afraid that they're not going to stick the landing, because I feel like the back half of everything is going to be rushed. I hope I'm wrong, but that's just kind of the feeling I'm getting here, where we're 3 issues in and they're still doing a lot of setup. But it's been really, really cool. Well, Eddie Brock's son is Dylan Brock, unless you're talking about the death that happened in issue 3, at the very end of issue 3. But either way, it's been fun, a lot of fun. So if you're not reading Death Spiral, I definitely say, if you're a Spider-Man fan, check it out, because so far it's been really good 3 issues into it. And that's it for my reviews. Now we bring it into, which songs does Sam rap or sing better, and what are our offerings this week, Sam?
Well, with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 movie coming back in theaters and the release of One Piece Season 2 on Netflix, I thought it would be fun to do a little pirate versus ninja rap battle with myself. So we've got Ninja Rap by Vanilla Ice, and we've got the pirate rap from the 4Kids dub of One Piece way back in the day. So let's start with Vanilla Ice. Yo, it's the Green Machine, gonna rock the town without being seen. Have you ever seen a turtle get down? Slamming and jamming to the new swing sound. Yeah, everybody, let's move. Vanilla is here with the new Jack Groove. Gonna rock and roll this place with the power of the Ninja Turtle bass. Iceman, you know I'm not playing. devastate the show while the turtles are singing ninja, ninja, rap, ninja, ninja, rap, ninja, ninja, rap. Go, 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 ninja, go, ninja, 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 go, 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 go. Lyrics, fill in the gap, drop that bass and get the ninja rap. Just feel it, if you know what I mean. Give it up for the heroes in green. Just flowing, smooth with the power, kicking it up hour after hour. Because in this life, there's only one winner. You better aim straight so you can hit the center. In it to win it with a team of 4 Ninja Turtles that you gotta adore. It's ninja, ninja, rap, ninja, ninja, rap, ninja, ninja, rap. Go, 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 ninja, go, ninja, go, go, ninja, go, ninja, go. Go, ninja, go, ninja, go, 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 go.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah.
Sam. Now I expect you to knock this one out of the park.
All right. So it's just a little spoken monologue at the beginning, but here goes. There once was a man named Gold Roger who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said. My fortune is yours for the taking, but you'll have to find it first. I left everything I own in one piece. Ever since, pirates from all over the world set sail for the Grand Line, searching for One Piece, the treasure that would make their dreams come true. Yo! Yeah-yo, 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 uh-oh. Dreaming, don't give it up, Luffy, dreaming. Don't give it up, Zoro, dreaming. Don't give it up, Nami! Don't give it up, 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 give it up. No! Here's how the story goes. We find out about a treasure in the Grand Line. There's no doubt. Pirate whose eye is on it, he'll sing, I'll be king of the pirates. I'm gonna be king. Yeah-yo, 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 uh-oh. His name is Luffy. That's Monkey D. Luffy. Gonna be king of the pirates. He's made a rubber. How did that happen? Yo ho ho. He took a bite of gum gum. Yeah yo, yeah yo, yeah yo. Oh oh. His name's Zolo. He's just like a samurai and an Lady. Nam is not shy. Usopp's doing that marksman thing. Sanji's cooking, Chopper's doctoring. Yeah yo, yeah yo. Oh oh oh. Set sail for One Piece. It's the name of the treasure in the Grand Line. Yeah yo, set sail for One Piece.
Nice.
There you go. Both songs I've heard before.
You really came with energy on that one, my friend.
Yeah.
That was good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
That was the hook back in the day. That's what got me into this whole One Piece thing, was that rap at the beginning. I was like, man, that's kind of a fun rap.
So I reached out to Tyson because Tyson loves to give me his input on the show, which I greatly appreciate. And I mean, I would take it from anybody who wants to hit me up on IG and let us know. I said, what's some things that you would like to see on SNS, some segments you'd want to see? And he told me that he wished I would bring back Hollywood Assholes. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now with a rousing round of Hollywood Assholes. All right, so just as a quick refresher, Hollywood Assholes is a game where I give you 5 clues and you tell me who the character in the movie I'm describing, and I kind of switched up a little bit. I'm doing 4 clues and a quote this time. So it's up to you to tell me who the character is I'm referring to as a Hollywood asshole. And up first, it's your clues are: I'm a corporate executive. I exploit alien technology for profit. I constantly underestimate the hero. My greed puts everyone in danger. And the quote is, I say we take off and nuke the entire site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
I feel like I just saw a show that was very much like this.
I have a feeling you might have just seen a show that's very much like this as well.
Oh gosh.
Maybe on Hulu, perhaps.
Yeah. Rupert Friend was the guy. Was it Jurassic World? No, that's not right. There's not aliens in that. Is it? I just saw the Alien, or not Alien, Predator. The new Predator movie. What was it? Predator.
It is not Ebenezer Scrooge.
The new Predator movie with Elle Fanning. Is that it? That's not it.
That's not it. No.
My greed puts everyone. I say we take off and nuke the entire site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Gosh.
It is not Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Damn, I thought for sure the quote. Yes, Buffy, I will give it to you. It is Paul Reiser's character from Alien, Carter Burke.
Oh, there you go.
Good job, Buffy.
This is the second one, Aliens.
Up next, your clues are: I run a massive corporation. I care more about profits than safety. I ignore the warning of scientists. My decisions unleash chaos. Amity, as you know, means friendship.
Amity.
Amity, as you know, means friendship.
Okay, so like the first character and the second character are basically the first four clues are the same. It's only the quote that really distinguishes them. But this sounds like Jurassic Park.
I will give you another clue. If you've listened to Absolute Geek, we did an interview with a guy who said that he walked across Martha's Vineyard at 4 years old to be in the filming of this movie.
Oh, so it's Jaws, yeah. Is it
Buffy there, yeah, it is the mayor from Jaws. Mayor Larry Vaughn. It is not Ronnie Cox from RoboCop. Coming up next, I'm a talented athlete. I constantly bully a younger competitor. I believe winning is everything. I'm ruthless on the ice. Take the fall, act hurt.
Is this Blades of Glory? Is this what does that the movie?
It's not Blades of Glory. Well, that would have been a good one. Chad Michael.
Take the fall, act hurt. Is this Mighty Ducks then?
It is Mighty Ducks.
Who is the guy? Danny LaRusso.
It is not Daniel LaRusso.
Put him in a body bag. I don't know the Mighty Ducks enough. Alyssa Liu. It's Alyssa Liu. She's adorable.
You don't know
Mighty
Mighty
Ducks
Ducks enough?
Dun dun.
It's not Gordon Bombay.
Not Gordon Bombay. Come on. He's the hero.
I'll give it to you, Sam. It's Jack Riley, the coach of the Hawks.
Yeah.
On the Mighty Ducks. All right. Up next, I'm a television game show host. I love humiliating contestants. I run a deadly competition. I constantly mock the hero. Hello, cutie pie. One of us is in deep trouble.
It's a deadly game show competition. This makes me think Running Man.
Ooh.
Running Man.
Bob Barker.
Oh, I don't, but it's not a new one, is it? I guess it'd be the same character whether it's the new one or the old one,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Evan McCone? Is that the guy's name?
Nope.
Who is it? Stanley Tucci in the Hunger Games? Is that who it is?
No, it is not Stanley Tucci in the Hunger Games. You were right there with the Running Man, but who in the Running Man?
Is it Bobby T. Thompson?
It's not Stanley Tucci and Devil Wears Prada.
Is it Bobby T?
It is not.
Is it Dan Killian?
It is, yes.
Oh, Damon Killian. That guy was the original host of Family Feud.
Yes, he was.
He would always kiss the women contestants on the mouth. It was weird.
All right. Next up, we have I'm arrogant and entitled. I'm part of a wealthy family. I constantly insult a rival skier. I cheat during competitions. You're nothing but a bunch of losers.
Ooh,
Yes, it is Richard
ski
Dawson.
school?
Good job.
Is this ski school?
Richard Dawson. We'll go back to the feud in a minute. It is not ski school.
What's a movie about skiing? Better Off Dead?
It is Better Off Dead. Yes.
Oh, gosh.
It's not Marco. Contrary to popular belief, very little on this channel has to do with Marco. Outside of
$2. I want my $2.
It is Better Off Dead, but who is it from Better Off Dead, Debba?
Is it the paper boy from Better Off Dead?
It's not the paper boy from Better Off Dead. But...
$2. Oh man.
Yes, Tyson, you got it.
Who is it? Is it Booger? The guy who plays Booger? No. Roy Stalin.
Roy Stalin, the bully from Better Off Dead. But that's it. That's it for Hollywood Assholes. Good job, everyone. Now it takes us to our segment of the show. That's always our closer that has people run for the hills that says,
I
don't want to talk about.
I'm going to read the Buffy quote before we move on. Gee, Ricky, I'm really sorry your mom blew up.
Yeah. But it's time for that segment of the show where since everyone for the hills, it says, I don't want to talk about hot chicks and dudes. I just want to talk about comics. It's time for Missed Connections. Thanks, Dub. All right. And our first one up, I think, might have a connection to a familiar face on Renovision.
Dashing man purchasing pickles at Trader Joe's in Tulane tonight. New Orleans. You were, let me get a nice New Orleans accent, sorry. Dashing man. Okay. You were purchasing an inordinate amount of pickles in line in front of me tonight at TJ's. I thought you were super cute. I regret not inquiring about where all the pickles were going to use. I bet you're not as briny as your grocery choices. You forgot your bag in your car. I tried to smile at you, and maybe I caught a smile from you. You're a tall, dark-haired, charmingly ham-handed man without a wedding ring. I was the petite, silly boy wearing gym clothes and looking every which way but your direction because I'm atrocious at flirting. I hate pickles, but I'd try one for you. Send me an RSVP to the pickle party, please. Dom's on a road trip.
Dom is in New Orleans. Dom is purchasing pickles in New Orleans.
Look at this dumb face. That cracks me up. Oh my gosh. So funny.
Dom and Bruce getting wild.
Dashing pickle man. Trader Joe's.
Groove and jive. Bump into it. Downey. Bump it, ride it, squeeze it like a cushion. Do the pushing. Are you looking?
You got to do it like the bump it or the, yeah. Bump it.
Yeah. Well, it's bop it, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
bop it.
Bop it.
Ride it. Squeeze it. Like a cushion, do the pushing. Are you looking for a cushion? Find a sexy handyman in Texas, West Texas.
Make sure you give him $200. Use me, Torrington, Wyoming. Located in Torrington, Wyoming. Any guys want to use me to service like a juicer? Pound my cake deep. Use those nipples. Pull that icing and make me your toilet.
Oh, that's fucking... I'm out.
I won't disobey. Age, stats, location to get responses.
I'm out. I was right there on board, picking up what you were putting down until you said, use me, make me your toilet. Good. No thanks.
What?
Yeah. Want to see you again.
Here we go. West Texas.
West Texas. There's a lot of freaks in Wyoming. Latina, really want to see you again. Sure loved your hairy and wet cat. Nice innuendo.
Not innuendo. Very direct. Cherokee Crawford. You dead yet? If not, then you owe me.
I feel like there's a story here.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Is that?
I hate it. Left-leaning guy, man, constantly attracted to right-wing men wearing MAGA clothing that are very friendly, sexy, and hot AF. It pisses me off that I find them attractive. Just blowing off steam, thanks.
Is this Tiger King? Is this Joe Exotic?
I hope this helped you blow off steam by going to Craigslist to let everyone know.
That bitch Carol Baskin. Fishing hole. I want you to touch the dangly thing in the back of my And I want to touch the dangle thing in the back of your Catch the drift? Here.
Yeah. Mirror.
Gotta have a little bit of theatricality.
Mirror.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's our show for this week. Thank you so much for everyone hanging out. Participate in the chat. Hope you guys had a great weekend. As always, make sure to catch all the shows across the channel. Make sure to check out the Star Wars show tomorrow night. Make sure to check out all Pete's shorts throughout the week. Make sure to check out Styx's channels every Tuesday for his Doctor Who Rewind. Make sure to check out the boys on TAC on Wednesday. You can check me, Dom Styx, out on Thursday nights on Off the Mat if you're into pro wrestling. And you can check out my new show this past Wednesday, every Friday, where I drop comic reviews for this week's books. You can catch, of course, the CBSI Hot 10 list right here every Friday night, followed by the boys on the Qualified. And that brings you right back here to another rousing episode of Saturday Night Special. Again, RIP to the true Gimp that we would have made so many awesome memories if we would ever got to interview him and we had the correct Steve. And he went down in infamy, never knowing just how big
of a role he played.
Evan Bacon he was to us.
Steve Hibbert.
So
what a guy.
Tyson says, Sam, you make them so much funnier.
Oh, thank you, Tyson. Thank you for finding them.
Yeah, Tyson. Anyways, on that note, Sam, send us home with some words of wisdom on this beautiful Saturday night.
Hey, make sure you're out there chasing those dreams. You never know when the big Gimp upstairs is going to call you home. So get out there, chase those dreams. Don't give it up.
Tyson needs to draw Englehart at the Gimp's funeral.
That would be a great mashup. I would love that.
And you got to have Englehart staring at standing over the casket with the Gimp in it, with Hibbert in it, and then us on a screen in the background.
And then
the interview.
The best would be Englehart turns around and says, I hear you loud and clear, you sons of bitches.
That's perfect. All right. In that note, have a great night, everyone. We will see you next Saturday.
Either you've got me confused with somebody else, or this is a joke.